Hi, my name is Sarvesh and you are watching D365 Notes, and in last video we have covered how to run number sequence wizard in newly created legal entity. So today what we will discuss is how to manually create a number sequence in D365 Finance and Operations. So yesterday we have discussed about number sequence wizard and how to run number sequence wizard and uh, how to fill all the blank number sequences using wizard. So now today we will be covering manual number sequence creation in D365 Finance and Operations. For example, system has wizard facility available, but there might be a requirement from your client that my number sequence should not be like this. I want in this way, and it should be like easily identifiable for me to process or in reconciliation or in any other requirement. For example, a vendor number sequence code should be in this specific way. It's like our company number sequence code and we are using this type of number sequence code. So for that we can define manually as well in the system. Before that, after running number sequence wizard, how system will create a number sequence, let's see. So let's go to accounts payable and all vendors. If I click on new button, so my number sequence code is like this, my company name -001, but this is not the correct way, or this is not required by a client is asking. I don't need this type of number sequence. I need a specific type of number sequence. If you see similarly, let me delete this. Similarly in customers, all customers, so this is my number sequence code for customer. It is same, but client is asking I don't want this type of number sequence. So what we can do is we can manually create and assign the number sequence code for each and every master in the system. So for that, what we have to do is we have to go to home, and for creating manual number sequence, go to modules, organization admin, number sequences. Here yesterday we have generated using a number sequence using generate button, and running generate number sequence wizard we have generated. Now we will be creating manual number sequence. So click on new under the in action pane, under the new tab we have number sequence. Just click on number sequence, and here it will ask you the unique number sequence code for your number sequence. So I will be creating for my vendor, so it will be vendor sequence. So I will be putting my information vendor number sequence. Then here comes a second part. After filling this information, we can move to a scope parameters. So just if you see here, by default is shared means it will be available across the legal entities. Means you can use this number sequence code in different legal entity without any restriction. So if you have such requirement where this number sequence code should not be used in different legal entity other than TLL, so you can just click on scope drop down, select company. Now company, after selecting company, this field will be enabled. If I show you again, this is shared, that field was gone. If I select company, this field will be enabled. Select here your company. In my case it is TLL. I will be selecting. So if you have selected this company, you cannot use this number sequence, or anyone else cannot use this number sequence in different company other than TLL. So just keep in mind this thing, and whenever you are creating, just create like this. We have other scope parameters also, but basically basic followed by everyone is this only. Here this is the way. Okay, now this was my client asked I don't want this type of number sequence. I have some specific requirement for my vendor number sequence, so I will be removing this company. So I need a specific V for vendor, hyphen, and I only want only 4 digit in my number sequence. So this will be V hyphen and 4 digits. So this will be my format. Okay, then if you try to save, let me scroll down. If you try to save, it will not let me save this number sequence or record. So format cannot contain a specific interval, because if you scroll down and if you see, this largest field is having more value than this alphanumeric. So if I am removing and putting only 4 digit in this, then it will not give me any error and that record is saved correctly. Now if you click on save button, and just make sure before saving, this field and this field should have a similar digit available in both the fields, otherwise system won't let you process anything further. Now in general tab we have in use, stop, manual, continuous. So we will be discussing about this. So if you put this button on stop, if you check this button as yes, then system won't let you process any record with this number sequence. It will give you that number sequence is stopped or something like that kind of error it will be thrown. For now this is the stop thing. After that, this manual button, so you have mapped this number sequence to vendor account and it was running, but you have a specific requirement that I don't want my system to control my number sequence. Okay, I will be responsible for putting my number sequence and I will give my number sequence. In that case you can put this on manual and system will not interrupt you. It will give you a blank field and you can mention your number sequence using manually. So we will be not using this button currently. Now this is continuous. Continuous means if you are using this button first, so I have 4 users who are creating vendor. So first user logged in, he created a record, then second user, third user, fourth year. So it will be like starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will not miss any record in between. So system will run continuous process and it will be not missed, anything will not be missed. So it will delay your work, because the system will keep running in background to make sure that this number sequence is following a continuous format. Okay, so that is the thing. Now this is the parameter. Here if you see under the performance, here we have pre-allocation. So if you are not using continuous, then we can use the pre-allocation. Means whenever a user logged in the system, so system will pre-allocate 5 or quantity of number sequence whichever we have defined here, that will be used by that specific user, and after a new login it will be defined 5 more pre-allocated number to that user. So it will not impact performance and everyone can work simultaneously in the system. So some client has a specific requirement that I don't want that pre-allocation or my number sequence should not be missed in between. So I need a continuous, but some business has don't have such requirement. Then to improve performance we can disable this continuous button and use pre-allocation. So basically this is the thing. Here we have reference, but here currently we don't have anything. So let me duplicate this tab. So our number sequence is created. This is the basic number sequence creation path in the system or process in the system. Now let's map this number sequence vendor sequence to your vendor account number. So go to accounts payable parameters, accounts payable, then setup accounts payable parameters. Under the accounts payable parameters, go to number sequence. Here we have predefined number sequence which we have seen while creating. So this is my predefined, so I will be removing this. So now number sequence has been removed. and it will be not available. So let me duplicate one more tab and go to vendor form, accounts payable, vendor, all vendor. I will create a new, so it will giving system will give me blank value in vendor account. So let me delete this record and map this number sequence over here. So I will be copying, let's map it over here. Click on save. Now if I'm clicking on new button, now my vendor account number is populated as per my desired type of number sequence which we have configured. So this is the number sequence creation and mapping to different masters. So similarly you can create for your customer, or if any other also, we will be discussing in near future in upcoming episodes. So I have shown you this reference field is blank earlier. Now if I am refreshing, if you see this reference field is filled with vendor account number, area will be accounts payable. Okay, so if I go to number sequences again in organization admin, here we have area, accounts payable, and my reference will be vendor account. So you will see that our vendor sequence is available, so it will be easy for you to identify. So let me put my entity, just straight link. So system will give you, and it will be easy for you to like identify your number sequences if you are facing any error related to your number sequence. So this might be useful for you, which I have showcased. Now if I try to edit also this number sequence, system won't let me because it was linked with this reference. But if I have removed from here and try to refresh, you can edit. So this is the process in the system. I think that's it for today. Let's see you in the next video. Till that time, keep learning. Bye bye. Tata.